Good morning, Magellan. Welcome to MCS News. I'm Eli G, one of the producers this year on MCS News. This past week, MCS News has put on a new event known as Nostalgia Week. Throughout Nostalgia Week, we had interviews and guest anchors from previous MCS News crew. When I first came up with this project, I didn't know how it would come out, but I'm so glad that everyone has enjoyed Nostalgia Week, and I hope you enjoyed the last episode. We even went back in time throughout the days, going from the current graphics and music to the old graphics and music. Today is Friday, December 2nd, 2022, and we have a great broadcast for you today. Today we have a high of 58 and a low of 46 with partly cloudy skies. For today's birthdays, happy birthday to Hadley N. in the 6th grade, Amelia W. in the 7th grade, and Drew H. in the 8th grade. On Saturday, December 3rd, happy birthday to Sia P. in the 3rd grade and Jack N. in the 6th grade. Happy birthday. Mariners, tomorrow 3 of our 6 robotics teams this year will be competing at the regional competitions. The teams are Team Power Pack, the Electric Goats, and the Hydrobots. If you know any of the students who are on these teams, be sure to wish them luck when you see them. In honor of Nostalgia Week, we have a very, very special video from former MCS News Advisor, specifically the first MCS News Advisor, and teacher, Miss Stanton.
Good morning, Mariners. My name is Robin Stanton, and I am a former teacher at Magellan Charter School. I was at Magellan for 5 years. I left in 2016. I was a 3rd grade teacher and really enjoy the time that I had learning and growing as a teacher. I left in 2016 to open up Oakview Elementary School in Holly Springs, North Carolina, and that's where I live. And so I was at Magellan for about a year and decided that I wanted to help start a video morning announcements program, MCS Live, and talked with some fellow co-workers that had the technology skills that I did not have. And we began developing the first ever MCS Live program. And I am thrilled to hear and see that it is still up and running with directors and 8th graders running that program. I've enjoyed watching some of the recent clips, and I'm really honored and thankful that Eli reached out to ask that I do a little clip. I am currently now a high school teacher after 20 years in elementary school. I teach food and nutrition, and I helped open up Green Level High School. And we are now running FCCLA, that's Family and Consumer Sciences program here, and I teach Foods 1 and Foods 2 honors, and I help teenagers learn how to cook and to eat healthy and career pathways within food and nutrition. I have a classroom full of 5 kitchens, and I am currently working on developing a cooking show here at Green Level. We are the Gators, and so we are just finishing up filming and now working on editing the first ever Chomped episode with competition between staff and students. So I am continuing that dream and vision of creating a connection within the school, which is really where MCS Live started as a third grade teacher. I really wanted to make that connection between the elementary students downstairs and the middle school students upstairs. We are at Magellan Mariners School of Technology, and I really wanted to make that connection. So I appreciate your time. For any teachers that are still there that I worked with, I miss you, and I appreciate the time I had with you. My daughter Bresney graduated from Holly Springs High School a year early. She's doing an internship here at our church at Life Point Church, and she is heading off to Phoenix, Arizona to major in ministry and minor in dance. And my youngest daughter, Brooke, she is in high school, and she is dancing away and enjoying the life of a high schooler. I'm super proud of them, and I just wanted to give a little shout out to all the teachers there. Hope you are doing well, and thank you for the time.
Hi, today I'm here with
Jacob Gartenberg,
who graduated
in 2016.
And if any of you remember the first episode of MCS News, we all said our name and our fun fact during the Meet the MCS News Crew segment. And my fun fact was that my brother, which is Jacob, was one of the founding members of MCS News, at that point MCS Live. And so we're interviewing him today to finish off Nostalgia Week with the oldest person that I can get to easily with contacts. So Jacob, what role did you have on that first year?
Yeah, so the first when we first started it, I was the tech person, and get into what that job entailed a little bit, but I was the one responsible for making it run correctly.
And so you talked about you would get to it later. So what did you have to do as the tech person?
So as Eli mentioned, MCS News was actually MCS Live, and that live was very literal. Every few days we would live stream the news. So I was responsible for getting there early in the morning. This was in the downstairs multi-purpose room. All of our camera equipment, as in our camera, our tripod, our cart with our laptop, which also had our streaming software, as well as our microphone, I had to drag out of the corner and set it up in the spot I had to memorize. I know it was certain way back from a table, not too far away where you could see everything, not too close where we couldn't see enough. Set it up there, make sure the mic was working, make sure the camera was working, make sure the software was working. Get out the script, the notes, as well as whatever else the host needed, which were 8th graders back then, and wait for them to come. Prep them, make sure they knew the plane, gave them the rundown, and then help them practice. Then we went live, had to make sure that ran smoothly. It ran on a 7-second delay. I had to count them in, make sure I didn't mess up there. Did mess up a number of times, but that's okay. And then once that was over, stop the stream, pack it all in, push everything back, and go right up to class. So it was a lot to do early in the mornings, but it was a lot of fun.
Yeah, and I believe you were the only tech person. It wasn't a large tech team.
Yeah, by the time I graduated in 2016, we had more of a proper team as we do now. But originally it was me and a number of 8th graders hosting it. 7th grade took a little bit of a step back. We didn't do it as much. It was still my job. 8th grade, we moved in my last year. I was tech person. We had another tech person as we moved. We started doing this every day of the week, so I wasn't able to do Tuesdays, Thursdays, so we had someone else cover those days, and I was able to do Monday, Wednesday, Friday. And then we had a rotating set of like 4 or 5 hosts rather than whoever was needed that day. So it was a lot. As the years went on, it became a lot more official and a lot more organized, which is good. And we also stopped doing it live after the first year and a half, which was also good as well. We still filmed it that morning, meaning it was more of a job for me. I had to go in that morning, do all the stuff, set it up, do everything, film it rather than record it, upload that film to YouTube, then go all the way up to class. So it was the same stuff, but a little bit different. 8th grade came in, whole new crew. I had to train, Miss Stan and I had to train everyone else on how to do it. Again, we recorded there. We moved into this room that we're in now. It was much more streamlined and much better from that point on.
Thanks for making time to come into the studio, Jacob. I hope everyone has enjoyed this week as much as I have. I had so much fun reaching out to alumni and getting to contact with former MCS News members. To any alumni watching, thank you so much for cooperating and participating in Nostalgia Week. We couldn't have done it without you. With that, I have formally declared Nostalgia Week to be over, and I hope everyone has a great Friday. We'll see you next time.